What is up, YouTube? It is your boy, MrBaboon. We are back with another reaction. This time we got 10. The last video I reacted to was top 10 safest countries or something on the lines of that, right? This one is top 10 best states to live in America for 2022. Let's see, you know what I'm saying? But before we do that, link is in the description if you guys want to check it out. You know what I'm saying? As well as I think I'll probably put my Twitch link in the description as well, so that way you guys can go follow my Twitch, because I do plan on going live streaming again. I haven't streamed in a little bit, so I do plan on live streaming again. Hopefully soon. Hopefully, if I can, get some stuff set up and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do like the video. Share the video if you guys do enjoy. Ring the bell. That voice crack. You know what I'm saying? Hitting puberty all over again. That shit's funny though. That voice cracking shit be funny. Anyways, make sure you guys do like, subscribe, share the video if you guys are new. Check out the description if you guys want to watch it for yourselves. We're just gonna jump right into it, okay? Make sure you guys do share, like the videos, ring the bell, all that good stuff, so that way you guys never miss a video. I think I said that so many different times now. We just gonna jump into it.
That change is in the air. Ow, was that a nickel? I didn't mean that kind of change. I'm talking about the type of change that makes you want to jump in your car and drive to a new state for a change of scenery. Ow, how many nickels do you even have? 4 more. Wait, can I actually get that nickel back? Cause this is how you remind me of how expensive gas prices are. And they're not the only thing that's skyrocketed this year, because housing costs are through the roof. Literally. So why not move somewhere new? I mean, what better way to change your state of being than by actually being in a new state? These are the top 10 best states to live in for 2022. And if you want to get more specific, let's hit 5,000 likes for videos on the best big, medium, and small US cities. Number 10, tentatively speaking, we're actually going to start off with an honorable mention. South Dakota. Because the quality of life here is improving fast, and no, it isn't just cornfields and a few dead guys' heads on a rock. I mean, it does have those things, but it's also one of the most underrated states with a really affordable cost of living, no state income tax, the second most fiscally stable and diverse economy, and Sioux Falls, which is one of the best small cities in the country. Needless to say, there's a reason the Mount Rushmore state was the second most moved to state in 2021. And while it's also the third least stressed state with tons of open space, that doesn't mean it's boring. Gorgeous, unique settings like the Badlands, Custer State Park, and Wind Cave National Park, combined with all the Smash Mouth fans who ride their motorcycles to Sturgis every summer for the largest motorcycle rally in the world, are just a few reasons South Dakota got the nickname the Land of Infinite Variety. But now for actual number 10, New Jersey, because it truly is a dime. What? But like, no one likes New Jersey. Isn't everyone leaving the state? Well, sure, but that's mostly because New Yorkers and New Jerseyans just tend to hate everything and don't know how good they have it. First of all, New Jersey is the safest state, which, combined with the second best public schools, fourth best healthcare, tons of beautiful forests and parks, and some of the best suburbs in the nation, makes it an incredible place to raise a family. Now, don't get me wrong, the infrastructure needs a lot of work, as the roads look like this, and the cities are really struggling. But most people live in the Jersey suburbs to get out of the city, so it makes sense, especially since it's a whole lot cheaper than New York, while still being just a short train ride from literally any big city amenity you could think of. Plus, the job market's excellent, with the third highest median household income of any state at 85 grand. So even though the median home value of 454 grand isn't exactly cheap, the poverty rate is only 9.4%. Number 9. Colorado. Colorado may be the highest state. No, not that kind of high. Yeah. Well, actually, that kind too. But despite having by far the most 14,000 foot peaks, in terms of this list, it's actually fallen from great heights where it used to consistently make the top 5. And ironically, all the people who have moved here for its incredible quality of life and jaw-dropping scenery are a big reason why. There is no way to ignore it anymore. Colorado is expensive. The median home value is now $590 grand, and the average rent is over $1,900 a month. Now, thankfully, the economy is still the second best
then.
in the nation, with 5.3% wage growth and a median household income of $77,200. But it's still not nearly high enough to keep crime from soaring. In fact, Colorado is now one of the 10 most dangerous states. But Coloradans aren't the type to scare easy. I mean, they ski 4,000-foot verts and hike, bike, or rock climb dangerous paths every weekend. And it's not because they're dumb. Colorado actually has the 5th best public schools and is the second most educated state, with 42.7% of adults having at least a bachelor's degree.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. I did not know that, sorry. For real.
No worries.
I didn't know, like, they have the, like, highest for, like,
you go.
Bachelor.
No.
Like, is it the highest for bachelor? Is that? Is it? I don't know.
Number 8, Massachusetts. While Colorado may be schools and is the second most educated state, with 42.7% of adults having at least a bachelor's degree.
Okay,
Number 8, Massachusetts. While Colorado may be close, Massachusetts is far and away the most educated state, with the best public schools and the highest percentage of adults with at least a bachelor's degree at 45%. So it should come as no surprise that it's also home to the 4th best economy and so many of the best jobs in the nation, leading to the second highest median household income of any state at 86 grand. And with everywhere you turn looking like a page out of a living history book, with thousands of perfectly preserved landmarks, monuments, and museums, as well as gorgeous forests, lakes, and beaches, it's no wonder Massachusetts is the 7th least stressed state, even with the frigid winters. Heck, if the road network didn't look like it was modeled after a kindergartner's drawing, maybe it'd even be the least stressed state. But while the Bay State is great when it comes to actually caring for its residents, with the 2nd best healthcare, 2nd cleanest air and water quality, and 4th lowest crime rate, it is called Taxachusetts for a reason. Well, actually, the taxes aren't that bad, but everything else is really expensive, with a $587,000 median home cost, an average rent of $2,200 a month. But hey, at least all the sports teams are great. Number 7, Wisconsin. Judging by how strong the Rust Belt is coming back and how affordable it still is, Wisconsin might be at the top of this list in a few years. But although the Badger State has the 4th best long-term fiscal stability, the median household income of only $64,200 shows that the economy is still a bit rusty. Sorry, I know that was cheesy, but what'd you expect when we're talking about a place that produces 3.5 billion pounds of cheese annually? Ha, gotcha. That's right. Wisconsin may be very safe outside of Milwaukee, but no one is safe from this pun packer. And speaking of packers, good luck finding affordable tickets, because the season ticket waitlist is over 150 years. Thankfully, just about everything else here is pretty cheap, with a median home cost of just 262 grand, an average rent of $1,100 a month. And it's a good thing, because by the time winter rolls around, you're probably gonna need a vacation. Seriously, take a month-long trip to Florida or something, because if you don't, you'll probably just spend all those savings on alcohol, as it's the only way Wisconsinites cope with a depressing cold. In fact, 8 of the 10 drunkest U.S. cities are located in the state.
Do they legalize?
Number 6, Nebraska. Nebraska
Someone let
may
me know
be flat
if these
and
states are
corny,
legalized.
but
I know
hey, at least the
companies are.
elevation isn't the only thing that's low, because the median home value is just 237 grand. And you know what's even lower? The 9.2% poverty rate, or 1.9% unemployment rate, which is actually tied for the lowest in the country. And speaking of getting low, Omaha and Lincoln are actually a lot more hip than you might expect, with tons of fun bars, restaurants, museums, and shows. Yeah, Nebraska isn't all corn. It's also soy. Seriously though, 92% of the state is farmland. But that chill farm life mixed with low crime and incredible schools and infrastructure also means Nebraskans have very little to worry about, especially since the economy is booming with so many great job opportunities in Omaha. And if you somehow do get stressed, there are plenty of extra livestock tanks for you to float down nearly 80,000 miles of rivers in. Yeah, who needs a water park when you can go tanking? Okay, I guess visitnebraska.com's motto kind of makes sense. Visit Nebraska. Honestly, it's not for everyone. Why is that actually written on their website?
I don't think
Number 5, Idaho. 5 years ago, people didn't know Idaho from Iowa. But it's 2022 now, which means everyone and their mother and their uncle's mother knows just how much of a gem the gem state is. From kayaking the Snake River to cross-country skiing in the Sawtooths to hiking through the volcanic terrain of Craters of the Moon National Park, Idaho's vast wilderness, which makes up 40% of the state, is still mostly untouched and offers literally every outdoor outdoor activity you could imagine. And with Boise consistently making lists as the #1 best city to live in America, it's no wonder year after year, Idaho is the fastest growing state despite the median home cost having ballooned to $473 grand. At least everything else from groceries to gas and the cheapest utility bills in the nation are pretty affordable though, as is the average rent of just $1,250 a month. And although the $61,000 median household income has some catching up to do, it shouldn't take long because Idaho has the fastest growing economy and third best economy overall, with wages having grown by 7.8% just this past year.
Really?
Oh, and did I mention it's the third safest state? Number 4. Washington. Although Washington has the second highest number of migrants moving to Idaho, Idaho honestly might be a downgrade. The Evergreen State is home to the third best infrastructure, fourth best education system, eighth best healthcare, and so much beautiful, diverse nature. And money might as well be growing on the trees here, which wouldn't surprise me considering that Washington has the most ecological diversity in the country. But seriously, the Evergreen State really is ever about that green. With the highest GDP growth in the nation, second best long-term fiscal stability, second fastest growing economy, and fourth best economy overall. It's no wonder the median household income's a whopping $79,000 statewide and $94,000 in the Seattle metro. And you actually get to keep it since there's also no state income tax. But wait, isn't everyone like a super smart coder or tech entrepreneur? Well, sure, there is a lot of tech, but there are also so many excellent cities, towns, and suburbs for people of all walks of life. Not to mention, it's one of the most progressive states, meaning new laws usually get passed here first. It was the first state to legalize weed, paid family leave is required by law, and psychedelics are now decriminalized and may even be legalized soon. But the median home value is also $625 grand, and nearly $1 million in Seattle, so it makes sense why so many Washingtonians are moving to Idaho.
Never mind.
Well, expensive fitness gear.
I was playing about that.
The things you love. State Farm has rates that fit your budget.
Amazing. Oh.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
When I was 44,
I was just
a doctor diagnosed
playing.
me with CO.
That's too much.
Number 3, New Hampshire. New Hampshire may be small, but the residents really do live free or die here. It's the 5th least stressed state, which makes sense because what do the people really have to worry about considering it's also the 2nd safest state and has by far the lowest poverty rate at just 7%. Plus, the autumns look like this. And despite most of the state being pretty rural, New Hampshire still got the 4th best internet access, 9th best healthcare, 3rd best public schooling system, and a thriving economy. In fact, US News just ranked it #1 in terms of economic opportunity, and the median household income is a whopping 78 grand. Which is kind of necessary because while the median home value of 429 grand might not be outrageous, it's also going up fast thanks to all the Bostonians and New Yorkers moving here. But who could blame them for wanting to live in a quaint, charming, old New England mountain or beach town like Littleton, North Conway, or Portsmouth? Number 2, Minnesota. There's nothing mini about how great Minnesota is. Between having the 2nd best economic opportunity, 8th best infrastructure, 3rd lowest poverty and unemployment rate, and the 3rd longest life expectancy of 81 years, it's no wonder Minnesotans are the 2nd happiest residents of any state. And who wouldn't be happy when you're surrounded by beautiful lakes, forests, and parks, and some of the kindest, most genuine people you will ever meet? Plus, it's one of the few states with an excellent diverse economy that's actually remained pretty affordable throughout this housing boom. In fact, the median household income of 75 grand is growing faster than the median home cost of only 333 grand. Sure, it gets absolutely freezing, and you'll probably have to develop a love for ice fishing, shoveling, or curling to not go crazy for half the year. But the summers are gorgeous, and you'll be hard-pressed to find a Minnesotan who doesn't love living here. Now, before we get to number 1, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And a few more honorable mentions that almost made the cut are Florida, North Carolina, Virginia, Iowa, and Vermont. And if your state didn't make the list, who knows? Maybe it'll be here next year. But without further ado, on to number 1.
My state never gonna make
number
this
1,
list.
Utah. Utah has been on fire for the last decade. Okay, not literal fire. Well, actually, there are nearly 1,000 wildfires here each year, too. But that hasn't stopped it from being the fastest growing state since 2010. And with the number one economy in the nation, it isn't showing any signs of slowing down. Tons of businesses continue to thrive here with the lowest unemployment rate of just 1.9%, second fastest GDP growth, and a median household income of 76 grand that's going up fast. Although, so are the housing costs, with the current median home value at $574,000.
Like,
yeah, Utah is now more expensive than Oregon. It obviously isn't causing too many problems, though, as the poverty rate of just 7.3% is the second lowest of any state. Not to mention, the Beehive State also has something that's priceless: the happiest U.S. residents. So while you might not have expected,
I mean, I don't know. You know what? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I don't know what to think. I mean, I can tell you now, any state that gets like major fucking snow, I'm not going to. Fuck that. I hate snow. I hate it. I despise snow. What you guys mean? I hate it. I can't stand snow. Can't stand it. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Stay safe. Motivation is key. Positivity is key. Safety is key. Happiness is key. You guys stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next video.